things you guys did together as girls. I mean, that's a big deal for somebody in your life for that long. Teaching you, that's not your parents.
I know I said I would never see thee again, but thy candlestick, I brought it back for you. And now thou shalt never see me again.
Stay! Lady Gagnon, stay. I pray thee. Thou hast misunderstood me. Ere I spoke with my father, thou shalt know the whole story. Wouldst thou have a seat?
Beside me.
Lady Gagnon, there be many troubles between us, but know this, I love thee.
To hear those words upon mine own ears, 'tis like the heavens themselves have come to me. My dear Desdemona, I love thee as well. But how can it be I am wed?
I have heard of thy nightly journeys with thy husband, big bull that he be.
My husband he is not a kind man to me, and I do not love him dearly. And indeed, he spends many hours in the night with himself.
I have heard of such affliction.
And I can tell thee this. Though we cannot be together, I will think of thee next time I am in bed with my husband.
Lady Gagnon, I must appeal to thee. I must continue to allow my father and the world to believe that I love Bernardo, for my father wilt never look upon my visage ere again. And I love him too much to betray him. Seafaring and journeying be one thing, but this, we must wait and stay our love.
And let it cage in our hearts.
And grow.
And grow. Until one day the docks shall rock. With our undulating loins, like the waves. I must go. To my husband. Farewell, lady.
My Desdemona.
Mother,
Oh, you have an aura around you. You look like a rainbow.
golden, be my aura.
You are in love.
Aye, mother, I am in love.
I can see it. But what hast thou here?
Mother, long have I known that I can be true to you. Mother, hear my tale, but betray me not to father.
Well, of course not, my dear. I've always manipulated your father in the best of intentions for you.
Father, mother, I am in love with a married woman.
Oh. Well, that makes sense.
Aye!
Well, it does. You've always loved your girlfriends when you were tiny. It's all you spoke about. You had one friend, Lilibeth.
Lilibeth.
And you've kept telling me that you loved her.
I
Really loved her.
Aye, true, verily, I did love her. But mother, there be too many obstacles. Father, for one, and that sniveling fool, Bernardo.
Didst thou call?
Oh, dear.
Mother, my love, Bernardo.
Dear. I tell what? Just give us 1 minute.
Ah, I shall wait hither.
My darling, my heart fills with pride for you. I will take care of your father. I don't know what you'll do about that, but I trust, having taught you well, that you know how to manipulate this situation.
Manipulate men?
Oh, definitely.
I shall do my best and try to make thee proud.
That's an easy one.
Adieu, my lady, adieu. Done. I have sharpened my sword, and I prepare to meet Guignon. For you, dear, dear love.
Thou wilt duel Guignon.
Aye, and I shall kill him as the mightiest warrior has killed the infidel.
But this be great news.
Yeah.
How many hast thou killed? 2, 4.
Well, in truth, fair lady, I have never killed before. I do not even eat meat.
Thou dost not eat meat. Thou beest of this rare kind I have heard of before, vegan.
Aye, thou canst get enough protein from soy.
But we must then aid thee in thy training and thy skills, for Guignon must die.
Yes, yes, and when he dies, then your heart and mine shall be forever twined. Is it not so, my lady?
Aye, sure, aye. Thou must liberate my brother and take away the impediment that be that Guignon. Aye.
For knowest thou, a secret of which I seldom speak, I have an ailing mother, one who lives not far from here, and who doth love me much, and who, when I did tell that sweet Desdemona, of whose airy charms she has heard, did love her son, oh, how her eyes did fill with liquid clear, and how her cheeks did embrace their blood and bring all warmth and happiness to her old dying heart.
Oh.
But she shall hold on until our wedding day, and there she shall hug thee, and know that as she treads her way towards her final reward, her son is love.
Fear not, Bernardo.
Why think of
Gregor!
Gregor.
Speak.
Sister, knowest thou that I have been with Lord Guignon for a day's time?
Captive.
Captain, aye, but good sister, be it not the worst thing in the world, for I have spoken with Lord Guignon, and he did see that my love of butchery be a passion that he do protest to.
Aye, I do, for I have started to love Gregor as though he were my own son, and I've asked him to join me here at the very place with which the duel shall take place in a moment's time, to help me train. For has it not been yet, Gregor, that your own father hath not given you the tutelage of the blade?
It be true.
What has turned thy heart such? Thou wouldst betray father?
Sister, thou knowest that father for many a year would say, Gregor, thou must be a seaman to join me upon our boat and go on these many adventures at sea, but I have always a butcher wanted to be.
Aye, and I am in favor of thy wish, for I will allow thee to handle my meats as much as thou wishest, but if only in thy with bended knee profess that I be thy father.
Yes.
Then take this blade, and I will take mine, and the tutelage shall begin thusly.
Sister, I'm sorry, but I wish to be the son of this man now.
If you will forgive me, I will train with my left hand, for my right wrist is rather exhausted. And perhaps you, thou shalt watch a true swordsman. Carry left, down, up. Let us see thou do such. Use my sword, no less. Show me thy skills.
Aim here.
Bernardo,
But be careful, Gregor, for training with one as so unskilled as he. It be dangerous.
Bernardo, thou hast been as if an uncle to me these many years, but I am sorry to do this.
I have no quarrel with thee. Why shall we cross these swords?
For if thou art to lose the duel, then this man would my father become, and this I wish. So take up thy sword, man!
'Tis for him to slay me, not for thee.
This be just for fun.
For fun. For fun.
It's not fun.
Know this. Cowardice runs in the blood of his ancestry, for he is not worthy. Perhaps I was mistaken. Perhaps I will take Gregor myself, and no duel is necessary. Perhaps I will. No, I can't.
No. What art thou doing here, in the place of the duel? For 'tis far too early. What treachery hast thou planned?
No treachery is taking place. I am just merely here as an exhibition.
Gregor, fear not, for this very afternoon thou shalt be returned home.
My captain, know thee that thy son has betrayed thee.
Gregor, look at me. Speak plainly, son. This man, Lord Gagnon, he understands my love of butchery. He loves me as I am and not as he wish I ought to be. Die, for he is a butcher. A butcher of familial ties, at the very least. And this is what I ought to be as well, Father. So, I cut my ties with thee. Thou art my father no more, a stranger no less. This man be my father.
But know this, the duel shall commence.
I shall meet thee at our appointed time.
As agreed upon.
And, Gregor, when thou seest this new captor felled, thou shalt return to the truth.
We shall see. I bid thee farewell.
All the fabric of the world will come undone when we disentwine a father from his son.
Very well done.
Go and continue thy training. For this matter is of most great import. Not only my son's life, but his allegiance to his family is now at stake.
I go and trade.
I see the love so clearly bonded between the two of thee, and it warms my heart. Desdemona, I didst not know, for thou hast known Bernardo for so long. How long in thy heart hast thou harbored these secreted feelings for this man?
Nay, I dare not listen.
Yesterday morn.
Really? Then it was a much prolonged love at first sight.
Aye, took quite a few years to dawn upon my head how
Tis-
much I loved him.
Brings to mind the day I met thy mother. or on those island sands did I see her hooling across the tides? And lo, could I think of no other from that moment forth? Tell me, what dost thou love most about Bernard?
His hairless crown.
Ah, 'tis inherited from my mother.
I love the servile nature in which he serves thee, Father.
I do come from a long line of sycophants.
And the way he doth cross his legs like a beautiful woman laying before an artist.
In truth, I need to pee.
These observations are strange to me, but to each their own, my daughter. If these are the items that have caught thine eye, then so be it.
My love, my lord, I shall leave thee to thyself, and once again return to my trading.
I am quite hungry. Wouldst thou accompany me to the bakery? For I have caught an air of fresh bread, and it rumbles my gut.
Aye, Father, but care thee not, yon bakery over there be my friend.
Aye?
Aye, and here she approacheth.
Oh,
Yes.
Rolls.
Lord Tubb,
Ah,
I have brought my samplings of pastries.
oh. Tammy Faye, 'tis so good to see thee again.
I thank thee, and thou knowest my name, Tammy Faye, that maketh me so happy.
And thou art done up so beautifully today.
Thank thee. Oh, I may start to cry.
Please, no need.
I bring thee the samplings for the refreshments for the duel.
Oh, I thank thee, for I am much a-hungered. Tammy Faye, 'tis known throughout this land that thou art the most talented and successful baker.
'Tis true.
Yet, 'tis most unusual for a woman to be the proprietor of her own business and to be so successful.
'Tis unusual. Yes, but 'tis true.
What does thy father think of thine ambitions to own thy own shop?
My father and I no longer speak. For when I doth tell him that I wish to make pastries and play with yeast and flour and egg yolk, he doth scorn me.
Oh,
He kicked me from the house.
then he would forsake the world from thy gifts? For this
Indeed.
truly 'tis the best bread I have ever had, and I am much a-traveled.
You are the only man that can truly appreciate that, for my father doth tell me to leave the village I came from, to leave, to go somewhere where women are allowed to be bakers.
Then thy father didst wish a different destiny for thee, and rather than heed his words, thou didst follow thy passion only to leave him and never speak to him again.
Indeed I did. And though I love my father and miss him, his shame about who I am gave me such sadness that I could not bear to be in his midst.
And to this day thou...
Speaketh not. Nay, my father and I have not seen each other since the day I left with his pan.
Aye, thou hast given me much to consider. But wert thou not worried of the dangers of this world, traveling as a lone woman to a new town where thou didst not know anybody?
Indeed, 'twas frightening at first, and I would walk through dark wood carrying the pan, and I would not know where I would end up. And yet, the desire to see dough rise before my eyes was so great. The desire to make fluffy things come out of ovens was so great that it carried me through the darkness and the fear.
My lady, I know thy soul, for 'tis my very own, for long did I wish to be at sea. I was blessed to come from a lineage of seafaring captains, but had I come from desert Bedouins who had tried to keep me landlocked, I know that wild horses could not have kept me from these shores, from my beloved, the Merry Tub.
And thou knowest the strong drive that carries one through life. And thou canst stop that.
I do know is this drive, yet I did not know that it could be found burning within the heart of a woman.
Indeed. Indeed, this heart carry more than just that, but surely it'd be like an oven, like a kiln, full of things rising and dreams. Indeed.
Thou hast not only fed my stomach, but fed my head as well, and given me much to consider.
Oh.
I thank thee, Tammy Faye.
Tammy Faye, wouldst thou stay a while with me?
Indeed, Desdemona.
Very well, I shall leave thee to thy friends. I shall
leave you to ponder the burgeoning enlightenment that thou hast thus discovered.
I caution thy tongue, Desdemona. These things take time.
Desdemona, come. Dear sweet friend, thou knowest I have shared the tale of my sweet love with Lady Gagnon.
Indeed.
An idea has just struck upon me. Has thou also continued thy studies in ministering?
Indeed. It's true. In fact, in this basket I did make crucifixes of dough. And I blessed them myself, and therefore feel that I carry within me the ability to bring unions together with said dough, once hardened, of course.
Oh,
Tammy Faye.
Tammy Faye. Oh, thy lashes be so thick and beautiful. Tammy Faye, I wish for nothing more if thou wouldst bless us with Lady Gagnon and me a marriage, either through annulment with her own husband or by his death. Wouldst thou marry us should that be impossible?
Indeed, 'twould give me such pride and pleasure, for I would love to make a braided wedding band out of dough and give one to the two of you that you could exchange. 'Twould give me so much pleasure. Oh,
Tammy Faye,
Tis
things are running down my eyes.
I would just need a little money. I just need you to give me some money. Oh, thank you. Oh, I feel so driven, as if something above, like the Lord, is bringing this forth. Oh, I feel so moved by this. I shall cry again.
Cry is not, my dear sweet friend. I just wish for thou to make my dreams come true.
I shall go at once to my bakery and begin work on the wedding bands of dough and the crucifix.
And I shall accompany thee.
Come.
Oh, my captain.
Oh, Sybil, my beloved, I have sailed the 7 seas, and yet ne'er have I seen gifts as great as thou hast given me in the form of our children. Yet it dismays me to share with thee the news that our son, Gregor, hath absconded from the family.
What?
He hath denounced the family name and is now at Gagnon.
No!
Why,
A Gagnon?
yes,
Oh.
he has embraced his new role as the adopted son of that beast.
We have lost our son.
Wouldst thou forgive me?
Is he happy?
He seems happy. Sybil,
Captain?
I know that thou hast disagreed with me in my treatment of our children. I have,
almost captain-like, attempted to steer their lives in the way that I saw fit. Though I see now that I was steering against the wind.
Oh, my darling. Please, pray sit.
And thou hast always championed for them to follow their passions and thy spirits. Yet see the trouble it has brought upon us. Oh,
Oh,
I
my
find
darling,
myself-
look upon me. Just look upon me.
I
And
shall
let
never
me-
look upon anything else that thou requestest.
Well, let me just tell you, one of the things that I love so much about you is that you always listen to me
Sybil, dear,
about our children.
out here on the dock.
Oh, yes, the dock. One of the things I wanted you to know, as much as it pains me to know about our son, if he's happy. We've talked about the happiness of our children. We've talked about the happiness of us and how we've carried it over to them about true love. And love comes in so many forms. Our son, if he loves another as a father, then why should that not be okay?
I see that of which thou speak. Very well, if Desdemona wishes to accompany me on the boat, then perhaps for a 3-hour tour. It shall be,
Oh, darling, it's not about the boat I wish to speak to you about. Look upon me.
Oh, thou takest me back many years
Of course it does.
to those tropical sands where beneath the palms we did first consummate our love.
That's right. You
Oh.
said you saw me huluing.
Yes, from ashore. Bernardo yelled, "Land ho!"
Yes.
And I said, "Speak not about such a beautiful woman."
Yes. And your daughter loves a woman. Yes.
Wait,
She loves a woman.
Desdemona loves a woman?
A woman.
What manner of unholy, unnatural, unseemly word does thou speak to me?
No, my love.
Desdemona loves Bernardo. They are betrothed to each other upon his successful victory.
Have you seen Bernardo? Have you really looked at him?
Aye, and I must confess that this newfound love doth vex me some.
My love. Love comes when it comes, in whatever fashion it comes. You took me from an island.
Aye, and thy father did not approve of me, not in the least.
He didn't. We were not the same. But you won him over because you told him you truly loved me. He saw how you looked at me. He saw how you treated me better than most.
My passion for the sea is bested only by my passion for thee.
Yes. And it was forbidden at the time. But we fought that.
Aye.
We have loved each other for 40 years.
Wild horses could not keep this heart landlocked.
And I will love you from the rest of my life and beyond.
And I shall love thee when we reside in Davy Jones's locker. Or whatever fate.
So why not that for our children? Is it not the same?
'Tis hard for me to give up this control.
But you are in control. You are in control of your daughter's happiness and your son. Just look upon her. Have you ever seen her happier?
Nay.
She glows.
Aye. What you say now about 'tis not being Bernardo does suddenly ring much truer.
Well, of course it does.
Oh, my wife, thou knowest as usual, thou art right.
Well, yes, I am right, but we are right together.
I only hope now the hour has not come too late for me to make amends with our children.
It's our children and it's never too late.
Then let us go, for I have some making up to do.
Husband? And thou sayest that the duel will take place here?
Aye, in a moment's time, shortly.
And where is our son?
He is getting ready, bringing my cape momentarily. But it is in private that you wish to speak.
It is. Husband, I have something to tell thee. Whilst thou sleep ere night in thy bed, and I in mine, and I hear thy squeals like a pig, know that I too squeal like a pig, for my love.
Aye, being it's me, of course.
Nay, husband, I love thee not. I love a woman. Now, this will be hard for thee to understand, but it is the sister of our son.
Nay! Thou art playing tricks and games. Thou art trying to be jestful at the moment that this is not required right now.
Husband, hast thou ever known me to be jestful?
At this time,
Other than
this
that-
burden with which you place upon my soul is unnecessary, for both of my wrists seem to be locking in place. And I am quite worried about the duel that is about to take place.
I don't quite understand the reason for this duel.
I must prove my worthiness, and I must take something from him with which would bring him great torment, for he hath a son with which I wish to have, that you hath never given me. And now thou sayest thou hast love for another, and that other be a woman.
Yes, it be a woman. Like the love that thou feel for our son, I feel that love. I feel the strength like a flame on a candle. Except it never flickers. It stays true. Year after year, day after day, although I have known her only for 3 days. But I believe it shall last year after year after year. Husband, look at it, look at me. Dost thou even love me?
Knoweth not, for my own heart be burdened with my own vengeance, and nay, it is my duty to show my strength, and it is my duty to have a son, and it is my duty to have a wife. And upon this very eve, after the duel has taken place, and my blade has found its way through his heart no less, then I will take what is rightfully mine, my son and my wife, and no other things, and no other words, and no other woman shall get in the way of what is to be true.
Nay, my lord, that shall not be. For here behind that post have I been hidden for 4 hours. And much did I hear of that sweet lady's love for Desdemona. I know now what a fool Bernardo be to think that Desdemona cast such glances upon this paltry frame. For now I see what light in her eyes, for it is merely the reflection of so brilliant a glow. And I know Desdemona loves Bernardo not.
Thou thinkest that Desdemona would love such a creature?
Be not cruel, husband.
Lord Guignon, I challenge thee to let this woman go.
Challenge accepted. It is death with which you wish to meet in haste. then I shall not make waste of thy time.
And yet I fight thee not with a sword, nor a dagger, nor even a file, nay, not a pin. I lay my breast open bare, and as I do search within mine, I endure thee search in yours. If thou darest kill me unprotected, thou shalt have all thou canst. And yet, if thou searchest thy soul, and discover how much you once did love this woman, then let me live, and let her heart entwine where it will.
But what is it of my love if I have once at a time loved her? For her love is not returned.
Then strike.
Gregor!
Father! Father, thou thinkest that it be time that the greatest secret that thou hast endowed in me to come to light. For you see it be, Bernardo, that my father did at night speak of locking swords with thee, but in the kind that did not involve steel.
Aye.
So to say that it was a wish he imparted in me that he thought of wrestling with thee, unclothed, in the rain, with the pigs.
That was said in private.
Father, slay not this man with thy sword, but with thy heart. Go.
What be this tremor of unbidden love I feel?
To speak true. Throughout the entirety of my life, I had hid behind cruelty and the blade with which is unsheathed now my sword. But it is not the sword of steel with which I wish to unsheathe, nay. Tis be the sword of flesh.
I got it.
Good.
I suddenly and most unpredictably realized that all my love I did facetiously place upon Desdemona. She was merely a substitute for that what I dare not confess, the true beating of my own heart.
The dog. Would thou forgive me?
I give thee my blessing, husband.
Gregor, I knowest that thou not be my true son, but I will always be forever grateful, and my love for thee will never die.
Father,
You
promise me only that if this is to come to pass, the foot of thy bed I must not lay.
Yes. Nay. For great gratitude does fill my heart to hear the words, Father, from thy lips to mine ears. But knowest is that thy true father becometh right behind.
There he is.
Halt, good sirs, carry not out this foul. Stop this fight!
Oh, nay, nay, rest not our lips apart.
And what form of duel be this? Father, dost thou call me father? Much has come to pass in a minute's time.
It would seem so. I does only take a minute.
For him as well. Father! Please! I beg thee. I beg thee forgive me. It was only that foolish wish in my heart that I to become a butcher. And thou, so many a year, say that I could not. And so I absconded with this man to make thee jealous.
Nay, son. Look out upon the sea. See the waves.
Aye.
Notice
The winds have changed, my son. The winds can be quiet. I have wronged thee, for I didst place a barrier between thee and thy passion. I am sorry, son. I would like for thee to do whatever thou wouldst want, whether it be a sea captain or to slaughter livestock. Father, to mind has come an idea. On a ship, meat must be there to be eaten, no? Aye, we are in much need of salted cured hams and porks and beefs.
Then much meat I do provide.
Yeah, Bernardo be a vegan, I have heard. However, perhaps I may go upon this short journey as the butcher that do provide the many plentiful meats. Aye, thou shalt accompany me on this journey if thou wouldst wish it, as the ship's butcher. Oh, if only I am to serve my sister Desdemona as captain.
What?
Aye, Desdemona, an apology is owed to thee as well. For long have I known of thy character and inner strength. Certainly thou canst captain the merry tub as well as any man, as well as any human. Then I implore thee, serve on this next voyage as captain, and allow me please to serve next to thee as thy first mate.
Father, thou makest me so happy. Thou couldst not make me happier if only thou wouldst also grant me thy blessing for union with my true love as well.
I'll grant not just my blessing. If thou wouldst allow it, it is often an authority given to the captain of a ship to marry. Wouldst thou allow me to conduct this ceremony?
Aye, I would love it very much.
Then a wedding it shall be.
And upon the conclusion of this ceremony, let all and any who wish to join on the ship come along on this voyage.
Tabby Faye! Tabby Faye!
I'm here with the bread rings. With the power that was vested in me, I doth give to thee, Captain.
Forgive me, I did not mean to step on thy toes. Perhaps together we shall bless them in holy matrimony.
I was ordained. Thee, please.
Oh, this life is such a wild ride. Thou may kiss, and thou may kiss thy bride.
My friends, what be this thing called love? What be a girl? What be a boy? 'Tis one thing that matters. You can get enough protein from soy. I'm the artistic director of Synergy Theater, and this is our merry band of players. Thank you so much for being here. We're doing this again tomorrow night at 8:15 and Sunday at 3:15, and then next weekend again. Come back. See us again. It's always a brand new show, always based on your suggestions. And if you want to tell your friends and bring them with you, we would appreciate that. If you can't come, make your friends go anyway. Word of mouth is our best form of advertising, and we appreciate your help. Our next show in January is Spontaneous Charles Dickens, a full-length improvised play in the style of Charles Dickens. Come back. We have 3 shows left in our season. Charles Dickens, Alfred Hitchcock, and then Improvisers in Space, a science fiction adventure. You can get a subscription for all 3 of those shows, a 3-pack subscription for just $54. Oh my God, $54 for all 3 shows. Go on the internet and subscribe to Synergy Theater Season. We'd appreciate that very, very much. We'd love to see you back here. On the way out, grab a postcard, give them to your friends, help spread the word. We'd appreciate that. There's a donation box if you have a $100 bill that you don't know what to do with. If you want to throw it in the donation box, we'd appreciate that. Or grab one of the envelopes and send us a check. Seriously, every donation helps. There is no amount of money too big that we will not accept. So thank you so much for being here, and always remember that Synergy Theater loves you. Good night.
Thank you.